There we are. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is such an exciting day in the world of the lottery because there is a jackpot right now that is, oh my gosh, let's turn this down. There's a jackpot right now. It's the second largest ever Powerball jackpot for tonight. This is October 11th, 2023. It's an astonishing 1.73 billion with a B dollar jackpot up for grabs tonight. Second largest ever. And if no one wins it tonight, I mean, it could rival the largest ever. But what do you guys think of this? I'm going to be jumping into this live chat with live comments. This is an impromptu Q&A, by the way. I mostly do interviews on this channel and pre-produced videos, but from time to time I do these lives, and I saw this. I mean, this jackpot is getting a lot of attention, so I had to jump in here. But let's take a look at this. And we're going to look at the lotteries all around the world here in a moment because there's some really exciting stuff happening all over the world. But let's take a look at this this Powerball jackpot. I'm still learning this software here. Let's pull this up. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, there we are. Almost. Here, bring it up. Okay. There we go. But let's get it larger than that. This is this is new software, but it's a crazy jackpot amount. This is insane, guys. Let's get this. Not this, not this. There we go. We see it. The live website for Powerball. $1.73 billion dollars. Cash value 756.6 million. Now this is happening in a little over 6 hours from now. This crazy jackpot. And if no one wins this, someone might win this, but if no one does, then it could rival the world record. This is the second largest jackpot ever happening tonight, making history. So that's pretty exciting. But let me know in the chat, what do you guys think about? Are you playing this? I know there are viewers from all over the world, but if you are playing this, you know, let me know. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? And what lottery games are you playing? And I'm gonna pull up some of your comments here. We're gonna jump into this live chat too. Let's get into it. Okay, this is all right. We're gonna pull up some of these comments here. Hello from East Los Angeles, Amy. All right, let's get to this one. Here we go. Amy Liman says, "Hello for East Los Angeles. Do you think it will roll to 2 billion just like last year in November when Edwin Castro won?" And that is an excellent question because last year, of course, was the world record $2.04 billion jackpot for, I believe it was Powerball, but it's an astonishing prize that was claimed in California. And do I think it will get that high? I think absolutely it has a good chance of doing that, but that's an excellent question. We will soon find out. Every time these jackpots get super high, it gets so much excitement. People, start playing. And there's a number of reasons why the jackpot is so high, and I could talk about that for a while, but you know, I'll spare you some of it. But if you're interested, I'll go into it. But one is interest rates, and another is the fact that you know, they increase the prices. There's a few more reasons, but they go up. It's crazy amount. Let's get to it will go up bigger than 2 billion. What's up, Tim? Mario, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for joining this live. It's great to see you. And you could be right. We will soon find out. We're and hello, Timothy. We're in a very exciting time. Face red heart shape. Terry Bryant, thank you so much. It's great to see you. How exciting, says Susie Aspen. Sorrel Fraser with the 888. You have to love that. And speaking of numbers, who is playing the lottery this coming Friday? Because let's share this. There's a couple things happening this Friday. This Friday, for those of you that don't know, it's actually Friday the 13th. And so that's has a lot of connotations to it. I'm a big horror movie buff. I love horror movies. I don't know about you, but there's so many exciting things happening on Friday the 13th, including some lottery drawings, and I'm trying to pull this up. This is literally the second or third live I have done with this software, and I'm still getting to learn it here, but it is exciting. So let's take a look. There are lottery drawings happening this Friday, including Mega Millions, including Euro Millions, and some of you are in Europe, so we're gonna take a look at this. 55 million euro, if we can pull this up. Yeah, there we go. 55 million euro, and that's tax-free. The tax, I believe, is built into the cost of the ticket, but at least I know that you get what is advertised. 55 million. That's amazing. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know. Let me know. Where are you guys watching from in the world? Which lotteries are you playing? And what will you do if and when you win? And we're gonna get to jump back into some of these comments. This is an impromptu live Q&A because the second largest lottery in the world, I believe, is happening today. 1.73 billion. It's a crazy amount. Here is Caleb Bromstead, and you have to love that. I don't know how many people watch My Lottery Dream Home, and I know David, the host of that show's last name is spelled a little differently, but I'm still wondering if you're related somehow. I like you. Okay, Caleb says, "Enjoyed the interview yesterday. Good luck to everyone playing the Powerball tonight." Caleb, thank you so much, and yes, good luck to everyone that is playing, and yeah, so the interview that was released yesterday on this channel was with 108 million pound Euro Millions jackpot winner Neil Trotter. If you guys saw that interview, I know many of you did. Let me know what you think, what you thought of that. And I love your feedback. I've been loving your comments under the video as well. But if you haven't watched that, you should watch it. It's super interesting, super inspiring, and it's definitely worth a watch. But there's so many interviews coming soon on this channel that I'm very, very excited about. Just last week, I interviewed someone that won $1 million Powerball prize in the United States. He's a former police officer. And speaking of um, My Lottery Dream Home, he has appeared on that show. And so he was nice enough to come onto this podcast, and we will be speaking with him. I don't know when that will be released. It could be next week, or it could be in a few weeks. There are so many interviews that have been recorded that have not been released yet. One is with someone whose family won 165 million from a lottery in New York, Mega Millions, a few years ago, and also someone won 65,000. But still, how that affected her life was really, really astonishing, and it's super interesting. I cannot wait to share that with you. And here's a super for 888. You have to love the 888. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. D27A, Caitlin with the 888 super. That is amazing. And Caitlin is saying, "I've already won. I can feel it. I already have my draw for Mega Millions and Powerball. Looking forward to our exclusive interview." Amazing. I love that. Thank you so much. And I welcome your exclusive interview. I welcome it. I embrace it. And I absolutely thank you very much for your generous, amazing 888 super. You have to love that. So thank you very much. D27A Caitlin. Let's jump into this live chat. We don't have tons of time today, but we are gonna get to as many of these as we can. And this Powerball is super, super exciting for anyone that's playing that. Here's an interesting fact. Let me pull this up. So the Powerball tonight, for those of you that are playing, I know there are people all over the world playing different lotteries. The Powerball tonight, as we speak, is 1.73 billion. The world record's 2.04 billion, so it's nearing that. It's nearing that. So think of what would you guys do with that much money? What would you do with that? Of course, that's before taxes and everything else, but theoretically speaking, even if it's hundreds, plural, hundreds of millions, what would you do with that much money? There's a lot of I mean, I can think of hundreds of millions of things to do, but what would you guys do? Let me know in the chat or in the comments below this video. And just to put it in perspective, I'm trying to find this. So you could save $100,000 a year for the next 17,000 years to come up with the annuitized jackpot. But there's no need to do that because, you know, somebody somewhere is gonna win it at some point. Did you Oh, okay. I have it all planned out already. I just need that golden ticket in my hand. La Bria Graham. La Bria. Well, amazing. I hope you remember to come onto this podcast if you win, because we can keep you anonymous if that's what you're seeking. And here's a question from Squalagal. Squalagal. I love that name. Did you buy a ticket? Why or why not? I have not purchased a ticket for tonight's drawing, but if something inspires me to play, I certainly will. I believe in For people that are new, I'm a very spiritual person. I believe if I'm drawn to something, if I feel like I'm inspired, like I should play, then I will play. I have not purchased a ticket for tonight's drawing, but it's always possible if something happens. But I don't play all that often, but you can't win if you don't play. As cliche as that is, it's true. It's very true. And it is possible to win, obviously. I I buy a mansion and a yacht. How I win the lottery? Buy a mansion and a yacht. With that much money, you could absolutely afford a mansion and a yacht. That is for certain. So thank you for your comment. Joey Clark says, if it goes past the 2 billion mark again, hopefully there's no technical issues that causes that draw to get postponed until the following morning again. Joey, yeah, that's interesting. I remember when that happened. There was all this buzz, all this hype about this massive, massive drawing, and the way it works in the United States, obviously, I do not work for the lottery. This is just my understanding, so I'm not speaking on behalf of them, but my understanding is that the way it works is they have to get all of the results in from all of the different states, and that takes time. And even if there's a delay in one state, just one state, if there's a delay, they can't call anything. They have to wait until they have all the results. And I asked an expert about this, Terry Rich. He's a former lottery director, and he gave some really interesting perspectives and insights on what goes on behind the scenes. You can watch that interview if you scroll through the videos, the interviews on this podcast. You can watch that, but it's pretty interesting. Travel, retire. Okay. Julie Lynn, 22. Travel, retire. My mom's create a business, buy properties, donate. Well, you have to love that, Julie. I love that. Thank you for your comment. I would go with the annuity. It's $1 billion that way. Dude. Yes. I mean, I don't know. Here's what I would do. I would speak with a financial advisor and tell them my goals and listen to them, someone that has been dealing with that kind of money for years and years and years and has the experience and the track record. That's what I would do. But having said that, I can see from an outside objective opinion pros and cons to both. I've met people that have taken both. I've met people that have taken and interviewed people that have taken the annuity. I've interviewed people that have, of course, lottery winners. Most of them in the United States take the cash option, but you can go both ways. Obviously, there's pros and cons to both. And that's a whole nother conversation, and that reminds me, if you if you win this massive prize, come talk to me. We don't even have to do an interview. I wanna meet you. I love meeting other lottery winners. Timothy, with all due respect, I don't need $1 billion for me. I play Powerball, power play jackpot for $2 million. That's all I need. It's enough money for me to do everything. Andrew Morales. Andrew, thank you for your comment. That's really interesting. That reminds me, this lottery winner that I interviewed just last week that won $1 million from the Powerball, he had a similar sentiment where well, it wasn't exactly that, but he did say something that I thought was interesting and true, is that, all the attention right now is on the Powerball, but that doesn't mean all these other games around the world aren't happening, including in the United States, several other games, Mega Millions, all the state lotteries. Lots of games, and for most people, I would say $2,000,000 could change a lot of things, you know? So, it doesn't need to be necessarily a billion or 2,000,000,000, but 2,000,000,000, I mean, it's fun to dream. It's fun to dream about the 2,000,000,000 because, I mean, how awesome would that be? Be awesome. Be amazing. Even if I think, but even if you had to claim it publicly, go under the radar first and then come on to this podcast. That's my that's my advice. What's up, Tim? Isaac from Oklahoma here. I'm going to win that Powerball tonight. Isaac, amazing. Well, you heard it here first. We all heard it here first. Isaac is going to win it tonight. Okay, what is the after-tax winnings? Poppy May, that's a really good question, and it really the state tax if you're talking about the Powerball, which is mostly what we've been talking about in this particular live chat because it's so high today, then most states in the United States have different tax rates, so they really, really vary. So it really does vary what you will be taxed, and the federal is pretty hefty. So what will you be we should look it up. I'm sure you can find it easily with a quick Google search, but it's a substantial, substantial amount of money that will be taxed. But it's an excellent, excellent question. But it's still incredibly life-changing. For most people, even if you were to split it with multiple people, that's a lot of money. Okay, here's a I wonder if Edwin Castro will play again. Mario, thank you for so Edwin Castro won the world record 2.04 billion, I believe last November in California. And yeah, I don't know. I would be skeptical that he would play again, winning a prize of that size, but hey, I have not met him yet, so I can't speak for him. But it'd be amazing to get him on the podcast. It will be if we can get him on here, and maybe we could ask him that very question. So thank you so much. Most of the annuity okay, here's a question. Tampa Blues. Most of the annuity is paid in the last few years, and I won't live that long. Tampa Blues. Well, that's a good point, Tampa Blues, but I did read that if you take the annuity, you win a prize like this and you take the annuity, I did read that you can put that put someone else as a benefactor to that if you have a trust or that sort of thing, someone else like, you can fix it so that it doesn't the payments don't just stop when you pass away, if that was a concern. That's what I read, but check the source. Alright, 55 55 likes, big changes ahead. Hmm. Well, I like big changes. Thank you for your comment. If I won the lottery if I won, I would go off public housing I'd go off public housing. Well, that's amazing. Well, anything and everything is possible, and I wish you good luck if you are playing. But if you are playing, anybody, I always say just play responsibly, for sure. Be responsible with it. That's very important. Never spend more than you can afford. Can't wait to be your guest, but oh, amazing. Julie Lynn 22, and I can't wait to host you, Julie. What did you guys think of the interview that was released yesterday with 108-pound Euro Millions jackpot winner Neil Trotter? What did you guys think of that interview? Let me know in the chat. I went to see it. If you haven't watched it, it's in the description of this live video. Check it out. Check it out. And also the one before that was with 45 million lotto winner John Falcon, and the one before that, I believe, was with 50 million Lotto Max winner Randy Rush. All of those are in the description of this video if you've not seen those, but they're all very interesting interviews. You should check them out. Imagine 3 billion. Imagine 3 billion. 3 billion. Good lord. It will get there eventually. I mean, it's inevitable. At some point it will. And it could be this drawing, it could be another one, but I believe it will at some point. I'll do a I'll do a hangout interview with you, Timothy. Blessed one. Blessed one. Amazing. I look forward to that. Thank you so much. Thank Jesus. I would definitely give back. 3 billion seems like a bit overwhelming. Just give me 1,000 people, 1,000,000. 1,000,000. Yeah. Well, 1,000,000 can change a lot of lives. And as I mentioned earlier, I did just interview someone that won 1,000,000 last week. And just yesterday, actually, I interviewed someone that won 58,000,000 in Florida. And it really changed that person's life as well. But even 1,000,000, I've interviewed several people that have won 1,000,000. It can be extremely, extremely life-changing. Even one of the next interviews coming on this podcast is with someone that won 60, I think it was 67,000. So, it's not 1,000,000, but it was still extremely life-changing. She got an op-ed in the New York Times, and it really changed her life. Like, it just it really helped her. So, it's not necessarily the amount as it is it can just really change your life. I pray for you, Angel, that you are blessed with a new house, Nicole's house of wellness. Nicole with the positive energy. I love that. Okay. How many players do you think will win it? So if you're talking about it's interesting. It's so interesting when the jackpot gets this high, how many people start playing that would not normally play, which I find interesting because 50,000,000, 40,000,000, 80,000,000 could be incredibly life-changing, but people say they have to see the billion. They don't have to. A lot of people play when it's the lower millions too, but there are definitely more people that play when it's a billion. It's exciting. It's exciting how much you can do with that. Okay, so we don't have tons of time today, but in 6 states, it's tax-free, says Golden Age Hero Day Movement. Well, that's amazing if that's true. I know there are some states that are tax-free, and it's amazing, and just the interview that was released yesterday with Neil Trotter, he won 107.9 million pounds from Euro Millions from that jackpot, and that was not taxed. You actually got what was on there, and it's the same with a lot of the lotteries in Canada and a number of different countries, so but not in the United States. There are some big taxes if you win the lottery, that's for sure. Billionaire, fun to dream, says QP Raymond QP. And it is fun to dream, and if you are playing the lottery, then you do have the right to dream about the what if, what you will do, because it legitimately could happen. Lightning does strike, it does happen, and anything's possible. I strongly believe this. I've always believed that, and it's true. Claire and Nanomi, Google Powerball jackpot analysis, and you see an estimate of how much you will get after taxes for each state. Well, that's good advice. Thank you, Claire, for your comment. Stephen S., I'm winning the Powerball on Mega Millions for the first one for 188 trillion. Good lord, 188 trillion. Yes. Set a trust fund, make a will, says Lou Thrasher. Lou Thrasher. I love that name, Thrasher. Yeah, trust fund will. There's so many if you win a major prize, and even if you don't, there's a lot of things like that that I think are important, and there's different countries have different rules and stuff, but if you don't have I don't know how many of you have, like, living wills, but if something were to happen, do you in the United States, at least, it's up to the courts unless you actually have something that's written down. Okay. Powerball is going to reach 2 billion again. Rubber Man. Rubber Man. I love that name. And you could be right. We will soon find out. There's only a few hours left in this before this Powerball drawing that's happening tonight. And if no one wins, I will not be surprised if it gets up to 2 billion, but it'll at least be close. Okay. But you can have benefactors in a trust just in case of death. Black chairman. Well, that's what I read about the annuity. If you take the annuity and it pays out over, I think it's 30 years for the Powerball, 30 years of payments, and it's very low interest rates on that, so you're not making tons of money like you would if you took half, but you're still it's stable, it's gonna be there, and I read that you can just pass it on to somebody else. If that's I would first talk to a financial advisor, though. It's my okay, we have to pull this one up. It's my birthday today, cake for everyone, Golden Age Hero Day movement. Happy birthday, Golden Age. Happy birthday. Everyone, let's wish Golden Age a happy birthday. And I see here that I missed a super for Squalagal, and I don't know that I can pull this up, but it was for 29.99. It was a super sticker. And I just wanna say, Squalagal, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is so kind of you. And if I can find this, I will pull it up. But I really, really appreciate your support. And a lot of people say they, wonder for people that are generous and donate to this channel with supers, what that goes to, and it just goes to there's licensing fees involved. I have some people helping me behind the scenes to put out content more often, and that's what it goes to, and this is a labor of love for me. So just the fact that people feel strongly enough to donate just means the world to me. I mean, it just means a lot, so thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. That's very nice of you. I would be able to afford okay. Saline serendipity. I would I would be able to afford to get my children away from their abusive mother. I also help fathers fight for their children. Wow. Those sound like excellent causes. Thank you for your comments. Dan Beek, can you opt for half of the money annuity, half in the bank? I do not believe that is possible, Dan, but thank you for your question. And I'm gonna get okay, Moon says, "Wish me luck." I wish you luck, Moon. I wish you luck. But but look at this. The Powerball is mine, says Corte V Entertainment. Corte V sneaking in there and stealing it from everybody. Oh my gosh. Well, remember to come onto this podcast though. Rachel 7 with the $2 super sticker. Rachel 7, thank you so much. That is so kind of you. That means the world to me. Thank you very much. That is so kind of you. Hi, Tim. Do you have any updates on the interview with the 114 million Euro Millions winner, Patrick and Francis Connolly? I do not quite yet, but I will look into that. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I really appreciate that. And we don't have tons of time today. I actually just jumped on this live because this jackpot is so amazingly high. And that's why I am on here. I wasn't intending to do a live today, but hey, you gotta do it. It's so amazing. 1.73 billion. Congrats on 70,000 subs. How different do you think you would be as a person if you didn't win personally? Jack. Jack, thank you for is that yeah, Jack. Thank you so much for first of all, thank you so much. That means a lot. It means the world. I really, really appreciate it. It means so much to me that 70,000 of you feel interested and supportive enough and just are really into this channel enough to subscribe. So I sure first of all, thank each and every one of you that are subscribers to this channel. It means the world to me. I really, really appreciate your support. And then to your question, how different do you think you would be as a person if you didn't win personally? How different? That's a really difficult question to know because all I know is the life that I've lived. So I I don't know. I don't know how different I would be. I certainly would have went into a different I mean, I still would have pursued journalism and the entertainment industry and that sort of thing because that's what I've always wanted to do. That's what I've always been doing even before I won the lottery. Since the time I was a little kid, that's just who I am. So it would have been something authentic to myself, but it would have been, definitely more profit driven, I would say. So I don't know exactly how I would change as a person, but I wouldn't have all the experiences that I had from what happened with the lottery and relationships and all of that. It changed a lot of things. So it's like an intangible thing to answer, but it's an excellent question. Thank you so much. How many okay, what are your thoughts? All right. I do have to get going in a second, but what are your thoughts on the casinos? Have you been to one? Rubber Man. Rubberman, my thoughts on the casinos are that they can be fun. I'm personally not very much into gambling like some I know some of you are, and that's okay. I'm not. It's fine with me. I've interviewed people that have won huge amounts in casinos, like I have, and I find it very, very fun to go to Las Vegas, especially I'm a huge UFC fan, so MMA, and I love going out there, and if I'm in Las Vegas, yes, I will go to a casino, but otherwise, I'm not, like, super into that, but some people are, and I think it's I think it can be a lot of fun, but you just have to play responsibly, just like anything else, you know? Has anyone has anyone won the Mega Millions and the Powerball at the same time? Hillard McDonald. Well, I'm sure people have, like, smaller prizes. I'm sure, that's inevitable. I haven't heard of anyone that's won 2 different jackpots at the same time, but we are making history. Every single moment, history is being made. So, if there's anything for certain is that it's that change is for certain, and somebody will eventually win both jackpots. So watch for that. I'm going to win I'm going to win this Big Lotto fish bulbs. Fish bulbs? Hmm, okay. Hey, Tim. I've been Hey, Tim, been watching your videos for a while now. Love the content. Teflon, thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Where are you guys watching from in the world? Where are you? Which games are you playing if you play the lottery? Because many of you do. Golden Age. Helen Hatzel won many prizes and competitions. I believe it's because she focused on living a harmonious life and put love first. Well, that's very interesting. She's a fascinating, fascinating person, the contest queen, who won countless, countless contests. And I interviewed another person that is a contest queen, and Helen Hatzel was sort of her mentor. So you can look for that in the stream of the interviews on this channel, but it's very interesting. How do you keep the right team? How do you choose the right team, such as a financial advisor, lawyer, tax expert? Relax, renew, revive. I love that. Relax, renew, revive. We all need some of that. We all need some of that. How do you choose the right team? My advice is to I mean, there's a few things. I've made some videos on it, and I could talk about it for, like, 20 minutes, but I'm or more, but I'm gonna the abbreviated version to summarize it is to make sure that they're credible, make sure they have a track record, make sure that you trust them, make sure there's accountability, and that you're getting charged a fair rate. But those are all very general answers, but that's the truth. And there was a super here. Where did this go? Here we go. Tracy Tracy Albert with the 4.99 super. Tracy, thank you so much. You are too kind and too generous. That means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Tracy says, "This channel is positive energy and great vibes." Tracy, amazing. Thank you for your support and your generous super. That means so much to me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Love watching in New Zealand. Adam Boone, welcome from beautiful New Zealand. There was a huge someone won a major lottery prize in New Zealand just not too long ago, but let me know. I should look that up. Should look that up and pull that up on you, but it happened not too long ago. Do you like do you like Halloween? Halloween, absolutely. Who doesn't like Halloween is one of the best holidays, in my opinion. I love horror movies, I love Halloween, I love everything about it, so thank you so much for your question. I drive a semi. I had to buy my tickets in Mississippi this draw. Colora Colorado. Wow, Mississippi. Well, I hope that you will come on it's interesting, there have been some truck drivers that have won some major, major lottery prizes. One person that comes to mind won a major prize in New York a few years ago, and he did a couple interviews. I really wanna get him on this podcast, but it's completely possible. Georgia, Miss Davis, Victor Jimenez. Victor, I might be mispronouncing your name. Victor, thank you so much for your comment. I love this channel. Thank you for promoting the lottery. I believe it. I am going to win it. Amazing, Victor. Well, I hope that you also have in your plan to come on to this podcast. $1.7 billion. That is right. That is right. Big timer, says Chris M. And interview Kurt Panhouses. He is a lottery he's represented lottery winners as an attorney, and he looks like a really interesting person. I would love to. Thank you for your suggestion. You're the man, Tim. Clown Shoes 24. Clown Shoes 24, thank you for your support. I love that. I really appreciate it. Tim, we will meet soon. I am the jackpot winner. Logical thinker. Well, that is logical. I love that logic. Thank you for your comment. I already manifest my interview with you, Timothy. I will see you soon. Lisette Samuel. Amazing. Lisette, I look forward to that. So I do have to get going for today, guys, but I just wanna thank you guys so much wherever you are in the world. I really, really appreciate your support. I really appreciate all of the positive comments, all of the guest suggestions, all of the feedback, all of the generous supers, which is amazing. I really, really appreciate it. And if you are playing the lottery, whether it's this massive second largest ever Powerball jackpot that's happening tonight or another one, there's so many incredible prizes up for grabs all around the world, including this coming Friday the 13th. Watch out for that. But thank you guys so much. I wish you good luck. I wish you the best. Nothing but the positive energy. And there's so many interviews coming soon on this channel with several lottery winners and others. So thank you so much for your support. Remember that anything and everything is possible. Believe that. Know that. It's true. Thank you so much for your support. Take care.